Police hunt suspects after separate brazen assaults. And Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force confirms 2026 recruitment drive is active. Good evening, I am Renessa Ortiz and you're locked into Tobago Updates Television News, Tuesday 7th July 2026. Now to our top story. Police are hunting for 3 suspects following a violent home invasion, assault and abduction in Bonaccord on Sunday morning. A Sunday morning home invasion and abduction in Bonaccord has left a local laborer injured and police hunting for 3 known suspects. The violent incident unfolded between 10:30 a.m. and midday at a residence along Killigwin Bay Road. Reports indicate that the 36-year-old victim was asleep inside his home when 3 acquaintances forced their way into the building. The suspects immediately launched a brutal assault, using a cutlass to inflict wounds to the man's head and body. During the attack, the men aggressively interrogated the victim, demanding information regarding a spear gun and a gas cylinder. Before fleeing the house, one of the assailants ripped a 50-inch Samsung television valued at $6,000 directly off the living room wall and smashed it onto the floor. The ordeal escalated further when the suspects forced the bleeding laborer into a white station wagon. They continued to beat him inside the moving vehicle before finally abandoning him along Pigeon Point Road. Officers on mobile patrol responded to distress reports and rushed the injured man to the Scarborough General Hospital. He was treated for injuries and has since been discharged. Active investigations are currently underway to apprehend the perpetrators. Hunting for multiple suspects following 2 separate violent crimes on Sunday, July 5th. The first incident occurred outside the Uptop Bar and Lounge in Crown Point. The second occurred in Bonaccord and Pigeon Point Road. Joel Green George has more.
The first assault occurred around 3:30 a.m. at Uptop Bar and Lounge in Crown Point. Authorities say a man from Buku, known to the 28-year-old female victim, bumped into her upstairs. He then walked downstairs, put on a mask and waited. As the victim walked outside, the suspect grabbed her from behind, snatched her $6,000 gold chain and threw her to the ground before fleeing. He escaped before officers arrived on the scene. Mere hours later, 3 men attacked a 36-year-old laborer inside his Bonaccord home. The assailants woke the victim and beat him with a cutlass. They demanded a gas tank and a spear gun, then smashed his $6,000 television. The men forced the victim into a white wagon, continued the beating, and dumped him at Pigeon Point. Police rescued the man and took him to the hospital, where he was treated and discharged. Authorities have made no arrests, and anyone with information should contact local police immediately at 999 for emergency services, 555 for anti-crime, and 800 tips 8477 for Crime Stoppers. Joel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
The Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force has officially launched its 2026 recruitment drive, opening enlisted career opportunities across the regiment, Coast Guard and Air Guard. Motivated citizens between the ages of 18 and 25 have until July 10th to complete their initial online registration. In-person document verification for applicants is scheduled to take place from July 13th to July 17th at designated military installations. Meanwhile, military officials are urging the public to disregard a false social media post claiming that no recruitment is taking place. The Defense Force clarified that the misleading post is an outdated notice from last year being shared out of context and stresses that the current recruitment drive is fully active. In separate protective services news, the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service has also announced a new recruitment intake. However, this specific intake is explicitly restricted to male applicants, as officials cite a current surplus of female officers within the service. Up next, outgoing chair rebukes regional leaders.
Coming up, Barbados kicks off festival season with Crop Over, where you can live like a local. Moments of discovery and joy during Culinary Month in Antigua and Barbuda. Find that hero within you. As these women of vision share their stories of success, Caribbean Passport TV, your guide to what's happening in the region, here on this station.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
As small Caribbean islands, we do need to remember that we can't do it individually. The Caribbean needs to work as a whole. From something as simple as pooled procurement of medicine or pooled procurement of equipment, to sharing training, to having centers of excellence in different islands. Working together as one, we can become giants.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Tobago updates, we keeping it true.
Oh gosh, Tobago updates on the screen. Here we go. You're home for October, can't even show. From the big station to the whole line, we bring Tobago to the world in real time.
Tobago updates, Tobago updates. Carnival 2026, we set the pace. Wave your flag, anywhere you're there, anywhere. Island love, trimming all around you. Yeah. Clicking lock on to the rhythm start.
Tobago updates, Caribbean art.
Thank you for staying with us. Tensions within CARICOM surfaced sharply at the opening of the 51st Regional Summit in St. Lucia. Outgoing chairman and St. Kitts and Nevis Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew issued a direct call for structural discipline among regional leaders. The remarks come amid an escalating governance dispute with Trinidad and Tobago over the reappointment of Secretary General Dr. Carla Barnett. Joel Green-George has the details in this report.
As regional leaders gathered in Castries, the shadow of a deep diplomatic rift loomed large. Trinidad and Tobago has vehemently rejected the extension of Dr. Carla Barnett's term as Secretary General, claiming the decision lacked transparency. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar has even proposed taking the matter to the Caribbean Court of Justice, which has been accepted by CARICOM. But outgoing chairman Dr. Terence Drew used his final address to confront the friction head-on. He insisted that internal debate should strengthen, not fracture the 15-member bloc.
It demonstrated that disagreement does not equal division. It showed our people that mature leadership is not measured by avoiding difficult conversations, but by having them respectfully and resolving them together.
The dispute tracks back to February's summit in St. Kitts and Nevis, which the Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister left early. Her delegation subsequently missed the crucial leaders' retreat, where their reappointment was finalized. Dr. Drew issued a firm recommendation for the future. He demanded that all heads of government show up physically to private caucuses rather than airing grievances through external channels.
Whenever this community faces matters of great significance, let us ensure that every head of government makes every effort to be present for our retreats and caucuses to resolve matters in-house.
The outgoing chair warned that public squabbling only serves to weaken the integration movement. He noted that diplomacy is most effective when conducted away from the microphones.
Away from cameras and prepared statements, colleagues speak candidly. Trust is strengthened. Misunderstandings are resolved. Consensus is built. No newspaper headline has ever solved a disagreement among Caribbean leaders. They have done the opposite. No public commentary has ever replaced honest dialogue.
With Jamaica also expressing formal concern over the handling of the appointment, the summit faces a critical test of cohesion. Dr. Drew reminded the room that unity remains the region's only viable shield against global economic shocks. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
The local steel pan community is reeling after a violent brawl between members of the Nutrient Silver Stars Steel Orchestra and police officers led to 4 arrests on Sunday morning. The altercation erupted around 2 a.m. at the Queen's Park Savannah during the Tribe Carnival Band launch. According to the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, officers were enforcing an entertainment license required to cease music at 2 a.m. While the DJ complied, live steel pan performances continued. Witnesses claimed the situation escalated when a plainclothes officer grabbed a drummer's playing sticks and threw down instruments. Social media footage captured a chaotic physical clash that left instruments upended and some players pinned underneath. Conversely, police state that representatives became verbally abusive and confrontational, resulting in an officer being physically assaulted while trying to make an arrest. Both the band member and the injured officer required medical attention at the hospital. On Monday, police formally charged 4 individuals with obscene language, disorderly behavior, and resisting arrest, with 1 additionally charged for assaulting an officer. The accused have since been granted station bail. Trinbago's president was made aware of the situation and visited the Belmont police station, but no official comment has come from them at this time. The news will continue in a moment, but why wait? You can follow every story, every update, all the time. Join the conversation and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Don't miss a beat, we'll be right back.
Step out of my dreams to my real life. This girl, I wanna know you feel like, yeah. Come closer to me, let the stars align, yeah. In the middle of the night, you bring the sunshine. Miss Lady, she have a pot on the fire, burn a flame when she cooking.
My name is Carpage. I'm the head coach of St. Jago High School boys track and field team.
My name is Joseph Small. I am the head coach of the girls female program. Preparing an athlete is not just running on the track. You have the mental aspect, you have the nutrition aspect, and you have the support and the motivation. So there's a lot of factors that we have to look into, and we have to try to see how best we get with them as best as possible.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Nice.
If I have to call a supervisor one more time to sign off on a customer because their financials are in a mess, I will scream.
Hey, don't scream in a bank. That have lock up in it.
It's either they're not registered properly, or you know what? We could just forget about annual returns, right?
Compliance is a bad word to most of them. Haul your compliance out of here. But let me eat.
What is wrong with Trinbagonians? I mean, it has so much help they could get out there.
Well, you know, Trinis, we don't like to spend we money.
But you know what? Be comfortable with losing we money. That making any financial sense.
What people should do is call Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago.
Wait, what? Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago?
Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago Tax and Accounting Services. Yeah, they offer helping from registering your business to filing your tax. My lunch is over.
Wait, tell me more.
No, go and scream in the bank. You go and scream in the bank.
No, I don't get one sooner.
From the reef to the road. From the reef to the road. Tobago calling. Sweet vibes, sweet wine, everybody falling. We bring the culture straight to you. Tobago updates, we keeping it true.
Oh gosh. Tobago updates. On the screen, there we go. You're home for October, can't even show. From the big stage, shine to the road line. We bring Tobago to the world in real time.
Tobago updates. Tobago updates. Carnival 2026. We said the pace. Wave your flag. Anywhere you're there. Island love, trimming all around you. Clicking lock on to the rhythm start.
Tobago updates, Caribbean art.
Welcome back. The debate over inclusive education versus specialized institutional care takes center stage tonight. A local mother is calling for greater structural support and resources within Tobago's special education system. She argues that a current lack of specialized resources is forcing parents of neurodivergent children to look away from specialized facilities entirely. Alia Balgobin has the details in this report.
Choosing the right educational path for a child on the autism spectrum is a deeply personal and often challenging journey for any parent. For Tobago resident Roxanne Moore thought that decision led her to bypass specialized institutional care entirely, opting instead to enroll her son in a mainstream public school. Guided by medical advice, she made a choice out of a belief that the current special education infrastructure on the island lacks the necessary framework to help children at his specific development level to truly thrive.
So in working with the pediatricians, we realized that putting him in mainstream school, he would thrive better as opposed to having him in a special school. And I think, I don't want to sound too biased, but I don't think that we have all that it takes for him, that he would have thrived there. I think we need more support, and that is something I would like to see, more support for our kids in those in special schools.
Her son is diagnosed with level 1 autism, often characterized by individuals who require support but poses significant functional capacity and potential for high independence. Moore Seaford knows that while different levels of autism spectrum requires vastly different approaches, specialized institutions must be robustly equipped so that no parent feels forced to choose mainstreaming solely due to a deficit in special school resources.
That persons like him, because he's a level 1, there are different levels that they can go to these institutions and become the best versions of themselves. So for me, I opted for that because, I wanted the best for Gib and I saw his potential and I believed in him. I worked with him, I advocated for him.
As the conversation surrounding educational inclusivity continues across the Sister Isle, the underlying question remains: are Tobago's special schools genuinely equipped to nurture every level of the differently able community, or is the burden of bridging the resource gap falling heavily on the shoulders of advocating parents? Reporting for Tobago Updates Television News, I am AMPLIA Balgobin.
A local family legacy is transforming into an ecotourism haven right in Tobago. A fourth-generation landowner is bridging ancestral history with a love for nature, creating a peaceful escape just minutes outside the capital. Reporter Alia Balgobin has the story.
Nestled along the Plymouth Road, just a short 10-minute drive from Scarborough, lies Eden's Door. It is a sanctuary built on deep historical roots. The property spans 13 acres, originally purchased in the late 1800s.
This land, which is originally 13 acres, was purchased by my grandfather in the late 1800s. I am the fourth generation Bailey to own this land, and I am here sort of by circumstances. I told myself since I was 19 and arrived in Tobago for the first time on a missionary journey with the Roman Catholic Church, I just fell in love with Tobago.
That childhood love evolved into a lifelong mission. Today, the estate features 6 distinct walking trails, each serving as a living tribute to global and local icons who have shaped the owner's journey.
There are 6 trails at Eden's Door, and they are all named after people who have inspired me throughout my life. They have been role models for me. It turns out that 3 of these people are born in Tobago, and that's a nice piece of serendipity that's part of the naming. One of the trails is named after Dr. J.D. Elder.
Those trails honor legendary figures like Jane Goodall, Nelson Mandela, Elizabeth Kwamina, and Gregori. In a stroke of serendipity, 3 of the pathways celebrate Tobagonian icons: Calypso Rose, Elizabeth Kwamina, and the renowned academic Dr. J.D. Elder. What began as a personal inheritance has blossomed into a community treasure, inviting locals and visitors alike to connect with both history and nature. While Eden's Door is not a new establishment, they are doing everything in their power to continue their legacy and tie it into modern ecotourism. Preserving the past while paving a path for the future generation to enjoy, Eden's Door intends to remain a testament to family legacy and deep-rooted love for the island. Reporting for Tobago Updates Television News, I am Alia Balgobin.
The weather report when we return.
Your family taking long to play the card. Come on, I'm all in time, so good, but yo, what school you went by?
Diane Bishops, by
Bishops?
Yeah, we know the baddest that's come out of Bishops, sir.
The baddest?
But telling away.
We know the baddest, my one night and I is the baddest.
My Bishops is the best,
Yo, what's going on with Tola? Here, what's going on? It's only one way to settle this. We'll be live on Youth Voice TV, where I, your host, Multibass, will be hosting the Rep Your School DJ competition, where DJs will go head-to-head in a crazy battle to secure the title. We have cash prizes of $10,000 to come out and win, and a lot of amazing prizes. Guys, what are you waiting for? Let me come out, come and showcase your skills. Come let me do some juggling.
So guys, there are two categories for DJs that are out of school up to 35 years. And for the DJs that are currently in school, it must be up to 19 years of age. So guys, get ready. It's all about rep your school. It's all about the DJ competition.
Who will bring the best vibes? Who can control the crowd? And who will earn the bragging rights? You get a chance to be a part and witness the rise of the new DJ generation. So this is Youth Voice, Rep Your School DJ, live on Tobago Updates. Stay tuned.
Youth Voice, Rep Your School DJ competition. Rep your school.
And I have never, ever tried anything from the dirt oven.
Let's go to the backyard dirt oven on a Thursday. Here now, talk about authentic. On entry, I felt at home. I felt like I was going to visit my loving grandmother on a weekend. The kind of weekend where she showers you with love, stories, and food. This place is a home away from home. And just like I would do at home, I pop the question, what you had to eat day? And boom, coconut drops, boom, bread, boom, garlic bread, boom, hops, boom, coconut tart, boom, jam tart, and boom, something they call nuts. And just like that, Mistress Baker was ready to pop them in the oven. And don't worry, she had some help. And while we was waiting, I said, let me hear from Mistress Baker herself.
Well, we've been operating for a couple of years now. We started, this was a COVID project. We operate strictly on Tuesdays. Tuesdays only. You don't keep stock. We only sell on Tuesdays.
Such a sweet lady. Hey, Olia, it's ready. When last you see a nice golden brown bread, sir? Backyard bakery for the win. Olia, a GT. I finally get me the oven bread with a little extra goodies on the side. You might be asking, where they're located? They are located on Bukuru, right on Nightingale Avenue, right before Racetrack Wheels if you're coming from town. Just look for the green hedge. You can't miss it. Pause. Check out the menu day one time. Honestly, guys, this is an experience I will never forget. It's a home away from home, a place filled with love, life, and most importantly, good bread.
And now for a look at the weather update from the Trinidad and Tobago Met Office. Tonight, conditions are expected to be generally settled across Trinidad, Tobago, and Grenada, though there is a low 30% chance of isolated thunderstorm activity and a few shower outbreaks. Minimum temperatures will drop to 25 degrees Celsius at Piaco and 27 degrees Celsius at Crown Point. Tomorrow, Wednesday, look for a mix of sunshine and a few cloudy periods with scattered showers. There is a medium 60% chance of isolated thunderstorm activity before conditions settle later in the evening. Please note that a high winds alert comes into effect tonight. Gusty winds in excess of 55 km per hour are likely to accompany showers, and localized street flooding is also possible. The heat index is forecast to hit 39 degrees Celsius at Piaco and 38 degrees Celsius at Crown Point. Seas remain moderate, with waves in open waters reaching near 2.5 meters. In sheltered areas, waves will be near 1 meter and can become occasionally choppy. For those monitoring the tides on Wednesday, in Port of Spain, high tides are at 9:12 a.m. and 10:13 p.m., with the low tides at 3:15 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. In Scarborough, high tides are at 9:21 a.m. and 10:09 p.m., with low tides at 3:16 a.m. and 3:42 p.m. Sunrise is at 5:49 and sunset is at 6:32. And that's all the time we have for tonight's Tobago Updates news. Have a great night and let's recap the headlines. Brutal Sunday morning assault in Bonacord. Police hunt suspects after separate brazen assaults. And the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force confirms the 2026 recruitment drive is active.